Here's one for you that one of my brothers actually recommended. They recommended the movie The Conversation that stars Gene Hackman, a young Harrison Ford, and that dude who plays Fredo. I can never remember his name, but he has the greatest IMDb I've ever seen in my life, okay? Go look it up. You know, he died tragically young of some disease. It's horrible, but you can't mess with his IMDb. He never did any Meet the Parents bullshit. This guy was in Godfather, then he did The Conversation, then he did The Godfather Part 2, then he did Dog Day Afternoon, and then he did The Deer Hunter. And then he tragically passed away. It's not even tragic. He did it. There's no reason for him to continue. Guy was the shit. I was actually reading up on him. I guess he was one of the reasons why, you know, Al Pacino moved down to New York to become an actor, and he was like his best friend. It was a really sad story. He was engaged to Meryl Streep. Phenomenal actor, and I don't even know his name. Very tragic. Whatever. But The Conversation's a great movie, and I think it's very... It holds up, and it's very... I don't even know what the fucking word is. Of this time. Whatever the word is to say that. And then I saw a movie. For whatever reason, I never wanted to watch it. It just didn't appeal to me. And I actually sat down and watched it. I watched Barton Fink. John Goodman, John Turturro are amazing. And Michael Lerner, who got nominated for Best Supporting, was so fucking incredible in that movie. And he also recently passed away. Shout out to them. But if you go on the Criterion Channel, a.k.a. Smart Netflix, they got all of these Coen brother movies up there.
Remember the Gimp from that Tarantino movie, right? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. What the fuck was it? Pulp Fiction, right? They had the Gimp. Well, he had a gimp suit on. And I can't believe that this many years went by. I actually saw Pulp Fiction. The first time I saw it was in Boston. And then the second time I saw it was in 94. And I believe I saw it with Dane Cook.
The theater on the Upper West Side that I went and saw Pulp Fiction at in 1994. That's how old I am. When it came out, I was seeing it for the second time because I was still living in Boston, about ready to move to New York. I saw it in Boston, and I went and I saw it again. Like every Tarantino movie. Like, I'm just going to go to it once? I can't. There's too much gold in it. I got to keep going, right? So I went back and I saw it again.
I was joking. I think I may even said this on podcast. I'm like living my life like a Tarantino movie where it's like completely out of sync. You know, John Travolta is walking by in the background. You know, the diner scene in Pulp Fiction. Am I ruining this? Do I still have to say spoiler alert, even though that fucking movie came out like 22 years ago, 23 years ago? Anyways.
This is like a Tarantino movie where it just kind of starts with some shit already happening, and then you're like, what's going on? And then he fucking cuts back to stuff that happened before it. Are you talking about Pulp Fiction? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. All right.
And they were like, that's it. Fuck redheads, you know? And Eric Stoltz immediately felt the effects of that.
Like, the humor in his movies is incredible. But
what about in Pulp Fiction when Harvey Keitel comes over as the cleaner? Because they shot the guy in the back seat, and Tarantino's freaking out. Hey, my wife's going to be home a little bit. You got coffee? I got coffee. And he gives a cup to Harvey Keitel, and Harvey goes, Like, it was just, it's one of
No, that's that shit that, like, that stuff. There's so much humor and like he has really dark shit in his movies, but they're fucking hilarious.
By the way, I watched another movie. I'm trying to watch all the Oscar nominated movies. So did I mention I saw Triangle of Sadness. Woody Harrelson, one of my favorites, just fucking kills it all the time. And I wish I knew the actor's name. The guy who plays this Russian billionaire, and he is just the two of them together are just fucking amazing. I would go see it again just to watch that interaction. And then also, like, there's I don't want to ruin. There's another scene too. There's a bunch of scenes. Fucking great movie. All right, 2 freckled thumbs up. Go see that at the cinema. Right. I'd have to say Anatomy of a Fall. The script writing, the fight, the husband and wife fight in that fucking movie. I just thought that's as good as it gets as far as like writing or whatever. Look at me. I'm not like this. I'm talking about this shit like I never know all this stuff. So I'm so pissed. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer. There's a couple more that I need to go see, and I'm not going to have time to see them. But anyways, I was all excited that I could actually, the Oscars could be on and I wouldn't get thrown out of the room because I was annoying the shit out of everybody in the room finally. And where am I going to be? I'm going to be in the road. By the way, I watched a couple of more Oscar-nominated Best Picture movies. I watched Anatomy of a Fail, which the performances and the writing in that movie are so next level. Everybody in that movie is just absolutely amazing, and I just love what you're left with in the end of it, rather than leading you by the nose and you're like, this is right and this is wrong. Here's your happy Hollywood ending, blah, blah, blah. It's just a fucking one of the realest endings to a movie I can remember. And all of the performances, right down to the kid who's like 11 years old, he's amazing. The guy who plays the prosecuting attorney is incredible. The defendant, the whole friggin' thing is just fantastic. Big thumbs up to that one.